It started with 3 partners, and now I have 4 equity partners and another 4 junior partners. So we have 8 partners, and we have about 40 something lawyers at the moment. So that puts us in the top 10, 20 lawyers, law firms in Indonesia. What we do is we provide a general sort of expertise. We kind of supermarket, I guess, focusing on corporate and commercial matters. Yeah. But because of now the size that now we are in, we now have the luxury of getting more specialized. Yeah. Like me now, I'm more focusing on resources, plantation, mining, oil and gas. So that's I focus on that. The rest, if it comes to me, if it's interesting, that I will do it. Otherwise, I pass it on to my other partners who can do that. Each of the partners try to, at least be specialized in some fields, so we can, more economically take charge of some matters. Because if you're not experienced in one sector, then you need to you need to study it, and then that study time becomes another cost for the clients. And we're fortunate enough that we have now 8 partners. Then we can one partner doing something, one partner doing something else. So that works out well, and our internal structure makes it worthwhile for one partner to send a client to another partner. Because now we're growing, and we are an open partnership. Every year there's a new, at least hopefully a new junior partners coming up. The government is trying to do that. We have new investment law, which has been revised again, and you have to differentiate between the law and practice. The law itself, I think, is good enough. The intention is there to to open up our country for investments. Yes. The problem is the implementation, and interpretation sometimes, because that's the way our law system is made. The higher law this is like a brief outline of what we allow people to do, and this is and it's explained more in a lower regulations, right? And sometimes those lower regulations doesn't match with with the law itself, depending on the flavor of the minister who's handling that industry, for instance. The problem that we have a central government, regional government that is getting stronger all the time, which I think for them is, after 30 years of Suharto, they say now is our time to get funds into our own region, which should be good, but they have to think. I mean, I guess we are learning, and this is a learning process. This learning process that if your regency is not is not friendly for investments, you will be left behind. And that is going to be, this is a process that people are, I guess, starting to understand that you have to welcome the investors that is coming in. From the business side, I think you know the answer. Make it easier for the investor to acquire land. Uh, the problem is the compensation side, right? And one thing that people forget is that we are now a democracy. So everybody can shout whatever they want, whether it's right or not, including about their land compensation. And whatever law is made, if the common people don't like it, it's going to be what do you call it? It's going to be a toothless law on land acquisition. That is still very, very, very what do you call it? Sensitive issue, yeah? Because I guess in the end it will be decided by, okay, the investors, if they have good local partner who knows the local situation. I like I hear from some clients who says this is the way we do, if we do land acquisition, this is how we do it. I said, oh, that's interesting. I said, I mean, because they're so secretive in how they approach this kind of thing before somebody knows, and then the land price goes like and that's getting to be an art. And if the investor has a good local partner who knows this, then the project will go forward. Number one is when you come to Indonesia, you have to leave behind what you think, what do you call it, is your usual situation back home. Because Indonesia is Indonesia, it's unique, right? You have to tackle Indonesia Indonesian way, right? Number two, if you want to make a business successful, your personal relationship with your partner is very important. Because sometimes that is more important than the signed agreement. So that's, I mean, number three, if somebody signs an agreement without any hassles, be careful, because that guy is not really intending to honor it. Okay, Indonesia is interesting. It's a huge market, provided you understand it. That's the whole point. I mean, if you understand Indonesia, how to get along in Indonesia, then I think you'll be successful. You have to have a good representation in Indonesia. People who knows the local culture, of course, and how to deal. I mean, because there's different way of handling. If you are dealing with the state-owned companies, there's a difference dealing with them and with the private companies in Indonesia. There's some slight nuances that you have to understand.